Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another quick video today. I'm going to teach you some Excel tricks, basically some functions. Some of it you might have heard, some of it you might have seen on my channel, and some of it might be new, right? This could be interesting moving beyond the very common or easily used Excel functions. The first one is about text join. So let's say I'm given a simple use case, right? I have list of user IDs and the source by which they visited the website on different visits, like user ID 1, for example, let's say came in through Facebook, later on they came in through email, then again through email and so on, right? Again through email. So essentially, and then they've also come through Google, right? So the same user has come from different sources on their different visits to our website. Same way for user ID 2, 4, 3 and so on. Now let's say I want to show all the sources through which user ID 1 has come in that particular order, right? So I want to start with Facebook, then email, then Google and so on, right? How do I print it in one go? So let me just place the user number here, like let's say user ID 1. We can use the text join function. Okay, so you can say text join, and let's say I want to put them in that particular order of sources separated by let's say a hyphen. Okay, so I'm going to place a hyphen here. Ignore empty values. Here we don't have any empty values, so we don't really care about it. And now this is the trick, right? How do we actually show only the values which belong to user ID 1? So you can go in for the filter function here, right? And what you want to see is you want to filter the values in column B. So you select that with the condition that you have to have the value in column A to be equal to 1, right? User ID equal to 1. So I can say the value in column A equals 1. So I can just select like the value here in this cell, right? E3. And then you see, right? So Facebook, email, Google, email, email, Facebook. So user ID 1, Facebook, email, Google, email, email, Facebook, right? That is the order we got. Right? A simple text join formula that can help you determine the full journey. So now if I come and just change this to user ID 2, you see the value changes. Now this is the journey of user ID 2. Google, Facebook, Instagram, Facebook. So you see Google, Facebook, Instagram, Facebook, right? That's been the journey of user ID 2. Same way 3, Facebook, Google, direct Google, right? Starts with Facebook, then he or she came through Google, direct, and finally again Google. So this way you can dynamically adapt the values. So text join, a very powerful use case, especially when you're seeing these marketing journeys. You want to see all the sources in the funnel in that particular order. The next function we are going to see is called as XLookup. Okay, it's quite interesting because we all know VLOOKUP. I think I've shown this many times on my channel itself. Now let's look at XLookup. What does it do, right? Let's say I have one data set. I have the ID, the name of the person, what is the class? Let's say they're going for a tuition class. What class are they attending? On the other side, I have the ID and the fees, right? They paid. Now here I want to see, like, let's say the name and then also the class, for example. One traditional way we would do is we would use the VLOOKUP, right? So we'll say VLOOKUP. So I want to search for this 121. I want to say it in this range. And let's say I want to see the name. I'd go for the second column in here and say false. So then I'll find Andy. This is one traditional way to do VLOOKUP, right? It's a fantastic way, right? Now I'm going to teach you another function here, XLOOKUP, which might do it just a bit more quicker. So you can say XLOOKUP. Okay, I want to search for this value 121, right? And then the search key, I just select this full range, right? And then the result range, what result I want to display is actually the names. So I'll just select this one. Okay. And now we get Andy as well, right? Now if I can simply drag this formula, it's already suggesting, do you want to log those range? I can say yes, and then yeah, I get the value, right? 122 is Arun, 123 is Andre, and so on. We get the values, right? In case there was 126 here, it will show NA, right? Because there's no value of 126 here. In that case, you can also, after the formula, say not there or something, right? Instead of displaying NA, you can also show not there, right? If the value is not found, I can just copy this formula to the others. It doesn't affect anyway, but if this was like some other number like 127, it will show not there instead of the NA. It will look more decent that way, right? So you can also do that. So as you see, it's just like selecting the lookup range and also the value range, right? The result range, in this case B3 to B7. Not only that, just make it a bit more interesting. We cannot only get a single column, we can also get two columns, right? Like what I mean, if I delete this, and let's say based on the ID 121, I want to show the name. I also want to show the class, like the tuition class English in the same go with one formula. It's possible with XLookup, right? So I want to again search for 121. The lookup range, I want to search it in this. And then the result range, I don't want one column, I want two columns. So I can select B3 to C7, right? And by one formula, I'm getting Andy and English, right? This is the cool part with XLookup. As you see, it's kind of doing VLOOKUP plus index match combination in one go, right? So quite an useful function. Do try it out. Commonly asked these days in interviews. Everyone knows VLOOKUP, but nobody really knows, or many people do not know XLookup. Third one, again, let's say you're doing stock market, stock price analysis or something like that. You need to go and download CSV data from some website, right? What if you can create the own data here and then basically connect it to SQL or Looker Studio, do analysis? Is it really possible? Yes, there's a simple straightforward function called Google Finance, right? Then you need to put the ticker. Ticker is the like symbol. This you will have to Google. So for example, Microsoft will be MSFT. You can Google and find that out. Then you want to see, like, there are a lot of things in stock market, right? You have the opening price, closing price, high price, low price. Let's say I want to see the closing price. I think we need to put it in double quotes. Okay, I'll put close price. Then the start date. Let's say I want to see, let's say for Jan 2025, right? So I can put year first, right? 2025 1/1. Okay, and the closing date is 2025 first month, but 31st, right? Jan 1 to Jan 31st. And then the interval, right? Let's say I wanted to see the daily prices. I can do that. Let's try. Okay, I think I put an extra comma here. Now you got it, right? So as you can see, this is the Microsoft closing price. So market closed at 4 p.m. in the US. So starting from the 2nd of January all the way to 31st of January, right? As you see, market doesn't function on the weekends, so we have only about 20 values, right? So for example, 4/5 was a weekend, right? Jan 4/5, it's not there. So this is all the closing price, right? Quite cool. Same way, you can also see the high price for those days by just changing the attribute here to I. These are the high price in that particular day, right? As simple as that. You can put low price, and also if I want to see not daily, but I want to see weekly level, right? So for each week, so essentially there'll be like about 4 weeks, it will show the value. So January 3rd close high price, so that was a Friday. January 10, January 17, and so on. You can play around. So this is Microsoft. I think if I want to see HDFC Bank, I think the ticker is HDB, and it's going to show the values, right? As simple as that, right? You want to show, let's say, Amazon, AMZN, and you get the value. So you can play around, right? You can get daily data, weekly data for a huge range of values for like multiple years. You can get the open, close, high, low, and then do analysis if you want. I think one of the videos long back we talked about cryptocurrency price analysis. So same way you can do stock analysis by just using this simple formula to actually retrieve the data. Okay. And then finally, just some food for thought. Some of you might know Regex. I'm just going to give you a couple of quick use cases of Regex, how you can use Regex. Let's say I have some country names, right? What if I want to check which countries end with stan, right? So I can go here and try to do a Regex match. Okay. So text, let's say I check here and I want to check if they end with stan, right? So for this, you just need to put stan dollar, right? This is a regex expression, which means whichever word here, I mean, like for example, it's checking if this cell B3 ends with stan, and it shows obviously true because it ends with stan. And I drag the formula, and the first three is true up to spec is stan, rest is false, right? The same way, if I want to see if it ends with land, instead of stan I want to put land dollar, right? Like, does the word end with land? Obviously here it's false, but in some places it's true, like Ireland, Scotland, New Zealand, and so on. Same way, if you want to see if it starts with a particular word or a set of words, let's say I want it to start with new, I want to check that. You can use essentially this symbol and then like type the word, right? This means it starts with new. Obviously Pakistan doesn't start with new, it will be false, and I can drag. And yeah, you get true only in the case of New Caledonia, New Zealand, they start with true, right? So this symbol like you use here, like the exponent symbol is for like starting with, dollar is for ending with a particular word, right? This way you can quickly cross check using a regex match. Another quite quick and useful, and as you see, very straightforward function, right? So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll put this in our description, just have a look. But yeah, text join, XLookup, Google Finance, Regex Match, these kind of functions will help you up your Excel game, take it to the next level. I'll see you again in another video. Till then, take care.